Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for making that point that I was also going to make. It's hard to sit here and be lectured about something like that when apparently there's no concern for the lives of children, babies, babies born alive. Dr. Levatino, can you tell me how many babies are aborted every single day? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Do you know, Ms. Thayer?
Well, there's 13 in Iowa every day. We think of it as a kindergarten class every 2 days.
And do you know how many late-term abortions there are every single day?
No, not exactly.
Ms. Frederickson?
Well, first of all, I don't think late term is actually a technical term, so I don't know how to respond to that, but I don't know the number of abortions that take place every day in America.
You don't, okay. But you're an expert on this issue.
I'm not here to talk about medical procedures. I'm here to talk about the law.
Okay. I was just lectured at the number of deaths, and I just wanted to know if the panel knew how many children who are being killed every single day that we know. Do you know?
I believe it's almost 4,000 a day, not by Planned Parenthood, but by the abortion industry.
And do you know how many late-term abortions there are, or over 20 weeks?
No.
Do you know those numbers? Okay, thank you. I want to continue to emphasize that this is not simply a question of the legality of Planned Parenthood's actions. We may never find the answers to that question, whether they're legal or not legal. But reducing human beings to commodities by selling fetal body parts for profit, I think everyone should agree is morally reprehensible. Based on the testimonies presented today, it would also appear that Planned Parenthood has participated in other suspicious behaviors, and all of that at the expense of the American taxpayers. I am not convinced that Planned Parenthood would cease to exist without taxpayer funding. Furthermore, I am not convinced that revoking taxpayer funding for Planned Parenthood would disadvantage women's health to the extent that my colleagues would like to claim. I want to talk just about my home state of Idaho. It has 3 Planned Parenthood locations, 2 in the Boise area, 1 in southeastern Idaho. And if you look next to that, it has 129 better healthcare alternatives. All 3 of these centers are within 136 miles of each other in a massive state that stretches for thousands of miles and includes a vast amount of rural areas. According to Planned Parenthood's own data, the 3 centers in Idaho served around 7,000 patients in 2013. Alternatively, the state of Idaho has 76 federally qualified health center service sites that served a little over 138,000 patients in 2013. Look at that, the difference between 3 and 76, the difference between 7,000 patients and 138,000 patients. So anybody who's making the argument that they're not going to receive health care is really lying to this committee. These services sites cover a much broader cross-section of the state and have the capacity to serve a diverse population of Idahoans seeking medical care. Ms. Frederickson, can you walk us through the services that Planned Parenthood provides once again?
Well, the vast majority of Planned Parenthood services are related to reproductive health care. They provide family planning, counseling, and contraceptive care, as well as cervical cancer tests and breast exams.
And how is that different? How is that different than the other federally qualified health centers?
2.7 million women in America use the Planned Parenthood facilities every year. It's an absolutely critical part of our health care infrastructure.
But more women use the other federal health centers. Is that not correct?
Public health experts say there is no way that the public health system can absorb the capacity that would be lost if Planned Parenthood was not funded.
But the numbers just don't speak to that.
I defer to the experts, as I think Congress should.
Name one expert.
I named in my testimony.
Can you name one right now?
The American Public Health Association.
Okay, thank you. Took you a couple of seconds there.